These are the best that you should be watching from 2020 to 2026. First, from 2020, let's start with Jujutsu Kaisen. Yuji Itadori is a normal school kid with strength. His life changes when his friends mess with a cursed object at school. To save them, Yuji eats one of Sukuna's fingers. Now the most feared curse in history lives inside his body. Yuji is taken to Jujutsu High, where he has to fight curses while knowing the sorcerers plan to kill him one day. Next, from 2020, we have Made in Abyss, Dawn of the Deep Soul. Riko, Reg, and Nanachi continue going deeper into the abyss. This place looks full of wonder, but every layer becomes more dangerous than the last. Their path takes them to Bondrewd, a white whistle who speaks kindly, but behind that calm face is a man who has done terrible things for his research. Another 2020 anime is Dorohedoro. The story takes place in the Hole, a dirty city where sorcerers come from another world to test magic on people. Kaiman is one of the victims. He has a lizard head, no memory, and a strange man living inside his mouth. With Nikaido helping him, Kaiman hunts sorcerers one by one, hoping one of them can tell him who ruined his life. The last 2020 pick is ID Invaded. Nari Hisago was once a detective, but now he works by entering the minds of killers. Inside the mind worlds, he wakes up as Sakaido and has to solve a murder. Every world is different because every killer is different. And while Sakaido solves each case, a bigger killer seems to be hiding behind them all. Moving into 2021, we start with Mushoku Tensei. A man who wasted his first life dies and wakes up as Rudius Greyrat. This time he's born in a world of magic. He still remembers his old life, so he tries to do better. Rudius learns magic from Roxy, grows up with Sylphie, and later meets Eris. But this new world isn't made to spoil him. It will test him again and again. Next from 2021 is To Your Entity. The story starts with a strange orb sent down to Earth. It can take the form of things it touches. First it becomes a rock, then it becomes a wolf, then it becomes a boy walking alone through the snow. This being is later called Fushi. As he meets people and loses them, he slowly learns words, pain, love, and what it means to be alive. Another 2021 anime is Ranking of Kings. Boji is a prince who cannot hear and is too weak to hold a sword. Most people in the kingdom think he can never become king. Even so, Boji keeps trying. One day he meets Kage, a small shadow who finally listens to him. From there, Boji gets pulled into family secrets, hidden curses, and a throne that is far more painful than it looks. The last 2021 pick is Sunny Boy. A whole class of students suddenly gets thrown into another world. Their school floats in strange places, and some students begin to gain powers. At first, everyone wants to go home, but the longer they stay there, the more the group starts to break. Rules keep changing, people turn on each other, and Nagara learns that escape isn't the only problem. Starting 2022, we have Chainsaw Man. Denji is a poor boy who hunts devils with his chainsaw dog, Pochita, just to pay his father's debt. After being betrayed and killed, Denji comes back as Chainsaw Man. Now he works for public safety, where he gets food and a place to live. But every good thing comes with a trap. In this world, even a simple dream can be used against him. Next from 2022 is Blue Lock. After Japan fails in football again, a new project is created to build the best striker in the country. Yoichi Isagi is brought into Blue Lock with hundreds of other forwards. Everyone is told the same thing: if they lose, their dream is over. To survive, Isagi cannot only pass and play safe. He has to find his own weapon, his own ego, and learn how to score. Another 2022 anime is Cyberpunk Edgerunners. David Martinez lives in Night City, where rich people own everything and poor people are crushed under them. His mother wants a better future for him, but after he loses her, David has nothing left. He puts dangerous tech into his body and joins a crew of Edgerunners. From there, every job gives him more power, but also pulls him closer to losing himself. The last 2022 pick is Summertime Rendering. Shinpei comes back to his island home after his childhood friend Ushio dies. At first, it seems like a sad funeral. Then he starts hearing things that don't make sense. Ushio may have been killed. People on the island may have copies. Soon Shinpei dies and wakes up in the past. Now he has to use each loop to stop the shadows before they win. Moving into 2023, we start with Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. The Demon King is already dead and the hero party has already won. Frieren, the elf mage of the group, keeps living while her human friends grow old and die. Only after losing them does she understand that she barely knew them. Years later, she begins a new journey, following old paths and learning why short human lives mattered so much. Next from 2023 is Pluto. In this world, robots live beside humans and can think and feel them. Then the strongest robots in the world begin to die. Gesich, a robot detective, starts looking into the case. Each death points back to an old war and a name that keeps coming up: Pluto. The story becomes less about one killer and more about whether hate can live inside machines too. Another 2023 anime is Heavenly Delusion. Maru and Kiruko travel through a ruined Japan looking for a place called Heaven. Outside the walls, the world is full of devastated towns and monsters. At the same time, a group of children live inside a safe facility and know almost nothing about the outside. At first, these stories look separate. Slowly, the clues connect, and the truth becomes worse, far worse than initially expected. The last 2023 pick is Hell's Paradise. Gabimaru is a shinobi who is sentenced to death, but no method seems to kill him. He says he feels nothing, yet he still wants to return to his wife. To earn a pardon, he's sent to a strange island to find the elixir of life. Other criminals and executioners join him, but the island is full of monsters, gods, and bodies that should not exist. Starting 2024, we have solo leveling. Sung Jin-woo is known as the weakest hunter in a world where gates lead to dungeons full of monsters. One day, his party enters a double dungeon and almost everyone is killed. Jin-woo is left near dead, but a strange system chooses him. From that point on, he can level up like a game character. The weak hunter slowly becomes something the whole world has to fear. Next from 2024 is Kaiju number 8. Kafka Hibino once promised he would join the defense force, but instead he ends up cleaning the bodies of dead kaiju. His life changes when a small kaiju enters his body and turns him into a monster. Kafka still wants to stand beside Mina and protect people, so he joins the very force that would hunt him if they knew what he really was. Another 2024 anime is Delicious in Dungeon. Laios and his party lose his sister deep inside a dungeon after a dragon attack. They have no money and little time, so they go back in with a strange plan. They will eat the monsters they defeat. With Senshi guiding them, the group cooks beasts while pushing deeper. What starts as a rescue becomes a lesson in how this world works. The last 2024 pick is Orb, on the movements of the Earth. The story takes place in a time when saying Earth moves around the sun can get someone killed. A few people find proof that the old view of the world may be wrong, but if they speak too loudly, the church will come for them. So the truth is passed from one person to another, like a small fire that refuses to go out. Moving into 2025, we start with Lord of Mysteries. Zhou Mingrui wakes up in an alternate 19th century style world as Klein Moretti. In this dark, mysterious setting powered by steam and strange rituals, ordinary people can gain supernatural powers by following secret path potions. Klein soon discovers he has a mysterious gray fog above reality, where every answer he finds only leads to deeper, darker secrets. Next from 2025 is Gachiakuta. Rudo lives in a floating city where the rich throw away trash and people they don't want. After being framed for murder, he's thrown into the pit below. This place is filled with waste, monsters, and people who were discarded by the world above. Instead of dying, Rudo finds a new power and joins the cleaners. Now he wants to climb back up and get revenge. Another 2025 anime is Sakamoto Days. Taro Sakamoto was once the greatest hitman alive. Then he fell in love, got married, gained weight, and opened a small shop. He only wants a quiet life with his family, but the assassin world doesn't forget him. Old killers start coming after him, and Sakamoto has to protect his home while turning normal streets and stores into battlefields. The last 2025 pick is to be Hero X. In this world, heroes get their power from trust. If people believe a hero can fly, he can. If they stop believing, the power fades. Heroes are ranked and watched by everyone. The strongest one earns the title of X. So every fight isn't only about saving people, it's also about keeping the world's faith. Starting 2026, we have Witch Hat Atelier. Coco is a girl who wants to become a witch, but everyone says magic is only for people born with it. One day, she sees Kifrey cast a spell and learns magic may have rules no one told her. Coco tries to use those rules herself, and one mistake changes her life. Now she enters an atelier where learning magic also means living with guilt. Next from 2026 is Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. Sasaki is a tired office worker whose days feel the same every time. His small comfort is seeing a kind cashier named Yamada at the supermarket. One night, when he can't find her, he meets a cool woman named Tayama behind the store. They begin sharing smoke breaks together. Slowly, those small talks become the part of the day he waits for. Another 2026 anime is Sentenced to be a Hero. In this world, criminals are not just locked away. They're forced to become heroes and fight the Demon Lord's army. Even dying doesn't free them, because they can be brought back and sent into battle again. Xylo Forbarts is part of Penal Hero Unit 9004. For him, being called hero isn't glory, it is punishment. The last 2026 pick is Nippon Sangoku. This story reimagines the Three Kingdoms in a ruined future Japan. After war and disaster, the country is split into three powers fighting for control. The story follows Aotaru Misumi, an ordinary man who uses his sharp intellect and persuasive speaking skills to rise through the ranks. Thus begins his dream of uniting a broken nation without having to resort to physical violence. If you like this list, check out the video on your screen to see the top 10 strongest characters from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Go ahead, click it.